What is Salween? It takes place on October 31st, or first full moon in Scorpio. It's Ancestor Night. Feast of the Dead. Halloween. Pronounced Salween or Salwoon. This is the last day of the pagan year. The new year begins November 1st. This is the day when the veil between this world and the spirit world is thinnest. Communication with the dead is easiest, and spirits are most common. Also, it's an excellent night for divination. Feasts and parties are held in remembrance of those who have died. This is a time for resolving problems. Ways of celebrating Salween can be the traditional giving of candy to trick-or-treaters, divining, or placing out cookies and cakes for the spirits. Leave doors and windows open as it is thought to allow the dead to pass through the house without getting confused and lost inside. Salween literally means summer's end. To date, Salween falls on October 31st and most know it as Halloween. Halloween, from hallowed, eve, meaning sacred night, is one of the most important and sacred holidays of the pagan year. Traditionally, Salween begins at sundown on October 31st, and runs through a set of 2 days. The days between Samhain and Yule are considered the time which is no time. Salween is also called the Feast of the Dead. During this time, the dead can return to visit their loved ones and the gates to fairy kingdoms are opened. It is traditional to leave cakes, honey, milk and cider outside for the fae. If they are not given gifts of food, they will play tricks on those who are not generous. Most pagans set a place at the dinner table for their dead ancestor. Salween is also known as the last harvest. Originally celebrated when the sun reached 15 degrees Scorpio, Salween was the last day that crops were harvested. Animals were slaughtered on this day, giving the name of the full moon in October the blood moon, and much of the harvest and meat was dried and preserved and stored away for the coming winter months. Samhain is a time of feasting and of celebrating the harvest and the gifts of the earth. Salween is also a time for divination. It is easier to commune with spirits, both human and non-human, and it is a very powerful time for divination, especially for divining the outcome of the winter months to come. The tradition of trick-or-treating originated in and is unique to the United States. Children dress in costume, and go from door to door asking for treats. This tradition may stem from an ancient tradition of traveling door to door, asking donations of food for the Halloween town feast. It may also come from the tradition of leaving sweets on the porch for the fairy folk to prevent them from doing harm during the year. Even jack-o'-lanterns come from old Irish traditions. For hell, and was cursed to roam the earth, with only a candle in eternity to light his way through the night. Irish children carved and carried lanterns of turnips, a symbol of the harvest, over the mirror-sides on Salween night. Pumpkins were not used until settlers arrived in America and discovered squashes along with other harvest symbols such as corn and turkey. Most importantly, Salween is a time to spend with family, both living and deceased. It is a time to think about our own mortality. Altars are set up as shrines to the dead and are decorated with skulls, skeletons, and other symbols of death, flanking pictures and belongings of our deceased and candles. It is also traditional to light a special candle for the new year and allow it to burn throughout the night. So, there you have it. Samhain is an important holiday for pagans and those who practice Wicca. Blessed be and have a wonderful Salween, from all of us at Familiar Territory, the online site for everything Wicca.